Okay. All right. So there's lots of different schools of thought about tapping, about positive tapping. There is quite a bit out there now, which is just tapping in positive affirmations. I'm good, I'm happy, I'm safe. And that honestly isn't EFT. That isn't like pure EFT. That isn't the EFT that's going to get you the results, honestly. It's really good for symptom management in the moment. It's really good for group work. It's a really good intro for people into EFT. You actually, if you want to clear stuff, you've got to stay the negative stuff. You've got to start with the negative stuff. When Louise Hay first tried, well, probably not the first time she tried tapping, but she did a video with Nick Ortner from the Tapping Solution. And it's a really good video, actually. And she says, you can't clean a house without getting in the dirty corners. And that's how I feel about EFT. We got to get in those dirty corners. We got to have a look there and see what is really going on with us. Doing affirmations and tapping through your energy points, yeah, you can move some energy. You'll feel a little bit better, but you're not going to get, I don't believe, long-lasting results from doing just positive tapping. So we really want you going for the negative, like sometimes when I run tapping circles, I'm like, especially when I've been thinking a lot about writing recently and getting people tapping on their writing, getting them writing books. And, people would be ready to write. And I'd say, right, we've got to find the voice that tells you can't write. What is it saying to you, saying you can't write this book? Everything you write is rubbish. What are they saying? And we're trying to find those voices. We're trying to find some of that yucky, negative stuff, because that's the stuff we want to transform. No point transforming the, oh, I'm so lovely, I'm so great. We want to transform the, you're a rubbish, seeing as I'm sticking with writing, you're a rubbish writer, you'll never get published, you can't spell, who do you think you are? That stuff, that's the stuff we want to get to. And then you will get a natural shift. If we start with the negative, yucky stuff, harder stuff that isn't quite so presentable on social media for sure, we will get to a shift. We'll get to a point where we're like, okay, has that changed? Has that moved? Am I still hearing that negative stuff? Where does that negative stuff go back to? And when we've moved through that negative stuff, it might just be through basic EFT. More than likely, I would say you'd want to find a memory. You'd want to use the EFT movie technique on that, or you would want to use matrix reimprinting, which is hands down the best tapping technique out there. Obviously, I'm biased, but we've tried a lot of tapping and it's still my number one. So you would use matrix reimprinting on the core issue of what that negative stuff is. Then from that place, you get such a shift. You get that, oh, I'm really stepping into understanding that I wasn't a bad girl, that I can spell, that teacher was wrong, and I've been kind to myself. And then once you get to like that positive, like, oh yeah, I can believe myself, sticking with the writing here. I do like my writing. I have got something to say. It is important. Then when you do move into the positive at that point of like, yeah, I'm really great at writing. Look at me go. There is so much more power in that. There is so much more power in getting to a positive once you have cleared the negative. Otherwise, you're just saying affirmations while tapping, which I'm not saying doesn't have a place. It works well in group work at the end of a group, because you want to live people in a good place. You want, and it's a really good bridge in, people when people say, oh, I don't like the tapping solution's really basic, or this, those tapping videos, they're scripts. They have a place. I started with those. So many people, so many tappers I know start there, and it's a great way in. But if we really want to start clearing belief systems, and we really want to, get aligned with our truths and our paths, we need to look at the dirty corners.